I came across a therapy center that there are some therapists who specialize in things that I'm looking to deal with. I have a long list of things to deal with, so I'm actually going to make a physical list of things that I want to tackle in therapy. So yeah, so some of the things that I really need to tackle obviously are just behavioral changes, my eating disorder, food addiction, anger, depression, past trauma, grief with the hysterectomy, this breakup, these life changes, just everything. Adulting, stress of life, just somebody to give me their professional opinion on some direction, anything, you know? So I'm going to be doing that. I'm reconsidering OA. I'm just not a big fan of a 12-step program, but I'm willing to give it another chance and try to look at it at a different angle. It might be the super religious aspect of it I just don't get. So there's that. So I have an appointment booked for Monday with the therapist, which it's Wednesday, so it's not too far off. I also am doing a reboot with the weight loss doctor I had that meal plan with, and I think that I definitely need to follow some kind of guidance and structure. And I think if I go see this doctor once a week, then I have that support. And a lot of people were wondering, I think I've just seen some comments floating around somewhere. I need to stay out of comments, where it was like all these, larger YouTubers who claim to have binge eating disorder, never been diagnosed. I've actually been diagnosed. I see a doctor at an eating disorder clinic, and I have been formally diagnosed. Thank you very much. Not that I want to be, I'm just clarifying that. So I'm also restarting that program at the Weight Loss Clinic on Monday. In the meantime, I have my booklet still I can refer to and try to eat with that accordingly, write down what I'm eating, bring it to my session. So I'm feeling positive about those things. I don't give it a chance. I just kind of veer off and go give into my old ways, my old habits, give into my addiction every time. So I think I really want to see what would happen if I just give it even 30 days. And obviously I plan on doing it forever, but I just want to take it a chunk of time at a time and start with, okay, I'm going to do this for a full 30 days. I'm going to work this doctor's program for a full 30 days and see what happens. So I know I change the content on my channel a lot. I'm so torn on whether I was so torn on whether, like I said, I would feel this way one minute and then the next I'm like, okay, mukbangs are easier to do. They give me an excuse to eat like crap. They're more lucrative in a way, but mukbang's worth my health. Are they worth my health, my life? You only get one body, you only get one life. And I'm totally doing that, deteriorating my health for money and for views, or, you know what I mean? The long sigh. So no, it's not worth it. In the end, it's not worth it because health is priceless, So I think even though it's more fun to sit here and talk about farts and TMIs and eat delicious food, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And I can't keep going that way, I think I'm going to really just try to focus on these 30 days. And I hope that you guys will join me. Everything that's happening with this breakup, which I'm still having a hard time dealing with because being alone is going to be really hard on me. I'm very dependent emotionally, and I'm going to be trying to be completely independent because I don't want to move from here back in with Peetz and be dependent on him financially, everything. I've already talked to him. He knows my struggles. He realizes it more now because I've opened up to him a lot more about it than when we were living together. So he won't be fetching me junk.
Peetz!
He won't be lenient. I'm going to be paying my half of everything. I don't want to do that to him. I have been more financially dependent on him in the past. But now I just want to be completely independent. And that's a big, big change, But I think it needs to happen. It really needs to happen. So there's a lot of growing up to do here, growing as a person too, it's tough. So I'm going to try to just, like I said, I'm back at the drawing board today, doing these meal plans with this doctor's plan, and just, I guess, back to thinking of content to do that's not really food based, other than showing you guys what I eat in a day, for accountability or for just showing you that I'm working the plan, or different meal ideas, but healthy. But just eating on camera, I think I understand that, and I know I've said this before, but I think it's a destructive behavior for me. So I think doing different things with my channel, like actual vlogs, and like using those resources I have for mukbangs on maybe doing like travel and exploring the city, doing different things. I think that will be just healthier in general too for me. So yeah, anyway, I know the key to not going into a deep depression when I move out is keeping our place really clean, organized. It's going to be a fresh start, fresh apartment, a top floor, so hopefully there won't be too many bugs. I don't think there's bugs, but... And just getting up every day and sticking to a routine of taking care of myself. This is going to be a time of finding me, and I'm excited to bring you guys that on that journey with me. I'm like an F5 tornado. I've done a lot of destruction in my past, and even up till now, in my life, in the life of others around me, and that's how I feel anyway. And I think that's what scares me about OA too, is like, you have to like face those things and in therapy, and it just makes me sick. Like, it just makes me sick to think that I have to do that. So, but I think I will give it another try, because the benefits of OA is that you're with a community of people who are going through what you're going through. And food addiction, eating disorders can be very lonely. Like, I'm like that type of person though, like, even though I have problems sticking to things, but I wanted to get on the ball, because I was like, yesterday I think was a huge eye-opener for me. Like, the walk to the apartment was like a big thing. It made me feel so ashamed and bad about myself. Like, I can't even walk to the next like building, you know. That was horrible. It was embarrassing. And I wasn't mean to the real estate lady. Actually, Peetz, I told Peetz about that, and he was like, no, you were fine. I was really apologetic, and I was really polite, but I guess in my own mind I thought I was being mean. Not mean, but like, kind of like, because she was talking, and all I could focus on was my pain. Like, I could barely hear what she was talking about. So I guess I was just like, yeah, okay, yeah, you know. But I guess I didn't do it in a mean tone, which I'm not a generally mean person, you know. But I do have anger issues, for sure. So, anyway, once the nice weather comes in, it's going to be different, because I find like it's like freezing. It's freezing and dark and just depressing, you know. I know I said, you know, a lot of people were saying I should go live with my aunt in Jamaica, or my mom. If I didn't have cats, it would be a different story. I'm not leaving my cats, because I don't want to do that to them, but also I miss them so much. Even when I go to the store, like, I can't even, you know, there's no way. I would be so heartbroken without my babies. Like, I can't. They're my babies. They're the only babies I'm gonna have.
Handsomest man, handsomest man. Oh my gosh, he's the handsomest man. I said no one can love me quite like you can. That's because you're the loveliest man. I'm so happy thanks to you. I sleep well at night all because of you. Close my eyes and dream of you, baby, every night until the sky turns blue. Handsomest man, handsomest man. Oh my gosh, he's the handsomest man. I said no one can love me quite like you can. That's because you're the loveliest man. I'm so satisfied because of you. I'll say it with my whole chest that I love you. I turn red like a ripe berry when I look at you. Oh darling, I'm so in love with you. Handsomest man, handsomest man. Oh my gosh, he's the handsomest man. I said no one can love me quite like you can. That's because you're the loveliest man. I hope, God willing, I'll grow with you. I'm in awe of everything that you do, baby, because you make me feel happy with you. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with you. Handsomest man, handsomest man. Oh my gosh, he's the handsomest man. I said no one can love me quite like you can. That's because you're the loveliest man.
That used to be my fucking song.